I also in myself have to make space for relationship
Mm.
and what are the relationships that I want to to en- engage with in my life, and what are the coordinates that I see that are important in different kinds of relationships. And although the coordinates overlap a lot, in if we think of our closest relationships, they are us, our as an adult. If you have a spouse, they are our friendships, and if you are a parent, then the relationships that you have with your children. And of course, it also depends on at what stage of development they are at, because that also changes over time. Although, in essence, it there is one aspect of being a parent that needs to be there from right from the beginning. And I'll just leave that as it, as it is. But in terms of what you were saying, Heinz, that you that it behooves us not to take things personally. And I think there's a bandwidth with that, because for me, what's the point of being in an intimate relationship if we're not pulling together and heading in the same direction?
Mm.
And so we do have to allow ourselves at points to take things personally, because if the other person wants something completely different to what our calling is, unless we can leave our calling, as it were, and really not have any residue about leaving that calling and then traveling alongside the other person's, there's no point in having the intimate relationship. And people decide, people make all different kinds of decisions. I I mean, I'll never forget when I started. I did marriage ceremonies at one point for people, and I used to insist that they have a few sessions before I acted as a ceremonial master, because it was an opportunity for them to talk through things with a third party that they had never spoken about, perhaps to anybody else or with themselves. And the one guy said to me, "What is marriage?" And my immediate response was, marriage is something that two people agree to. And we know that all marriages are very, very different. They're not the same by any means at all. People come to different agreements, whether that is out of an active choice or whether it is a passive acceptance, or whether it is an active acceptance. There are all kinds of variations of combinations of that. But clarity is really, really important. So for me, the thing about not taking things personally is, can you not take things personally and still allow vulnerability? And what is it that you want in an intimate relationship? And in many ways, that's why people say, marriages are work. You have to work at them because you have to keep on checking in. Are we still clear about where we're headed? Are we able to be each other's soundboard? Safe place, creative place, collaboration. And those are my values of what an intimate relationship needs to have. Might not be yours.
I agree, Alison, 100%. But whether it works or not in a relationship, it takes spiritual, how to say, maturity. Need to come to that understanding. That's why maybe we base the relationship on different things, instead of when we're in order to grow together, we have to have, yeah.
Have common goals.
And values, right? I think the values are so, for me, they're more important than the goals.
What's also coming to me when you're talking like this is not only that like relationship that we have in like marriage, but like these same questions as to like, are we both clear on where we're going, are our values aligned, could even be productive and beneficial with our own relationship with ourselves.
100%. I would agree
Nice
with that, Joe.
It is within our capability, to make a difference for other people. When we think more in terms of how can we serve, and how think more compassionate.
Yeah.
It takes so little sometimes, just a smile, just a small gesture, just whatever, you can really change another person.
And just being at peace with ourselves, right?
Yeah.
It has a massive impact on people around us.
Yeah, it takes that we know our true self.
Mm-hmm.
It's the inner work, yeah.
Often those people who change is because they're ready to change. They've got the awareness, they just need an example to follow.
Mm-hmm.
At least they have to be open for change.
Yeah.
Yes.
And again, I think it's all about you. If we work on the long-term change or short-term, yeah, it's a big change. It takes time. Yeah. Change it takes time. Yeah, can always start with ourselves with baby steps.
Mm.
If it's a big change, we can, take it in small steps.
As we change ourselves, the world will have to change.
Mm.
Which then creates possibilities for the world to change to align with you.
Anyone had a word for today? A story, a quote?
My words for today are seeking truth.
Mm.
Mine's engaging compassion.
Mm.
Have a blessed day,
Bayonet.
Annette.
Jinx.
Jinx.
That's right. That's what we used to say as kids. I've forgotten about that.
Yeah.
It's like a quote from Dalai Lama when asked, what is what it takes to create happiness in the world. If you want, then he answered, if you want happiness in the world, be compassionate. You know? And if you want, so I lost it. And if you want happiness within yourself, be compassionate.
Mm.
That reminds me of whatever you want, give it away.
Mm.
If you want
I guess.
compassion, give it away. You want love, give it away. You want motivation, give what you really, really want.
Mm.
Because it's a mirror, it's a reflection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are projecting our energy with our words, thoughts, intentions, and we create more of that.
Yeah, because that's it. The mind, the brain's the electrical, and the heart's the magnetic. And together, they're an electromagnetic field. By focusing your attention and emotions, like thoughts attract. When you're thinking something, you're pulling in that frequency, that vibration from the whole universe. It's like big tuning forks, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
So we can tune into, that's it, and it's being it, innit? It's being it.
Mm-hmm.
Shifting on that identity level.
Looking for someone we resonate with.
Yeah, and that someone could be our own inner genius.
Mm-hmm.
Because really, like, there is no out there, is there? It's all just a reflection, projection. The out there is from in here.
Yep.
But yeah, the people, situations, and events are signals as to what we're vibrating. We're pretty powerful, man. Pretty powerful beings. Yo, man, that full moon was flipping. Did anyone feel that full moon? Like, what was going on with you guys?
I felt it too.
Felt strong. Felt strong, man.
Mm-hmm. It did.
Also, at the same time, the planets are aligning now, or they've just aligned. 15th of December, I think. So lots of changes.
Well, what a good morning. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Blessed day.
Have a great day.
Thank you all.
Yeah, good start
A
to the
wonderful day.
week.
Yeah.
Love
Love
and
you
hugs
guys.
to all
Bye-bye.
of you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Big love.